This is chapter 12, the RMH chapter, which is multifamily residential. We made several policy changes in this chapter. The first being that maintenance and shared use agreements for access and parking will be recorded separately from a final plat or any other legal document. And that is to keep things separate and clear. For height restrictions, we replaced the word abut to instead be 100 feet within the Ag, RA, RD, or RS districts. And that is because, for an example, if you have a RMH zone property and then right next to it, you have an RML zone property, but then right behind that, you have an RS property. You might not be abutting the property, but you're still within 100 feet of it. So that height, the height of those structures in the RMH zone are still going to affect the properties that are in the RS zone that are within that 100 feet, even though they might not be abutting the property directly. So that is why we made that change. The next one, a maximum property area of 9,000 square feet has been added when it is a single family dwelling. And we also added the density range. This is similar to the RML chapter. We're trying to increase our density, so that is why we are proposing this change. The minimum property area required was reduced to 4,000 square feet when it is a single family dwelling. So when you have a single family home, the minimum property area required is 4,000 and the maximum property area required is 9,000. And again, these changes are made to increase our density. The next policy change is for the first two units. So if you have a duplex in the RMH zone, you will be required to have 6,000 square feet. If you have another duplex, you need another 6,000 square feet. And like I explained in the RML chapter, this is so that in the future, if those structures are subdivided, each structure will be on a parcel that is an appropriate size. The next policy change is each additional dwelling units will still require 1,350 square feet of land per unit. So 6,000 for the first two. The next unit, you have a triplex, it'll then require 1,350 for a total of 7,350 square feet for a triplex, to give an example. But we have put a maximum on that. It cannot exceed 3,500 square feet per dwelling unit. And again, that is to maintain our density range that we're proposing and to increase our density. The next policy change is the minimum property width to be reduced from 50 feet to 30 feet. And that is to be compatible with the changes we're making to our minimum and maximum lot size and to increase our density and flexibility. The next policy change is the front setback from living area. We're proposing it to be changed from 20 to 15. The setback from the garage will remain 20 feet, and that is to put an emphasis on the living area rather than the parking or the garage area of the home. We've added a density range to the code. We've added it to each chapter to ensure that it is there for easy reference. And the RMH zone is now required to conform to design review and open space requirements in chapters 33 and 34. And that was done to ensure that multifamily housing is going through a design review process. And now I will show you where those changes are at. So for this one, the maintenance and shared use agreements is here. We've added that in. This is our minimum and maximum property area required, the minimum being 4,800 and 9,000 square feet. And that is for single family homes. The minimum property area required for the first two units for each residential structure will require 6,000. And we've added the for each additional unit, it cannot exceed 3,500 feet. And then this is the setback change we are proposing, the 20 feet from the garage, 15 feet from the living area. This is our density requirement that we've added. and then design review and open space being required for the RMH zone. And those are all of the policy changes for the RMH zone in Chapter 12.